Javier Aguirre has already shown us exactly what he's going to do at the 2026 World Cup. Because when you look back at before 2010, there's a lot of striking similarities, and history might be repeating itself. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first ever video on this channel. If you do like what you see, I'm going to be doing more stuff like this in the future, so please do like and subscribe. Javier Aguirre has been brought on once before during chaos, and in both times he's been brought on with one clear mission: stabilize the team and deliver results. But this time it feels different. If you look back at the 2010 World Cup, there's a lot of striking correlations to what he's doing now ahead of this 2026 World Cup. So let's start by looking at 2010.
Prior to the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, Mexico turned to Javier Aguirre during a crisis. On April 2, 2009, the Mexican Federation fired Sven Goran Eriksson after poor results. And just one day later, on April 3, 2009, Javier Aguirre was rehired to save Mexico's World Cup hopes. In just 6 months, Aguirre took Mexico from the brink of elimination to qualifying for the 2010 World Cup. Now, prior to the 2026 World Cup, Mexico is once again turning to Javier Aguirre during uncertainty. On July 16, 2024, the Mexican Federation dismissed Jaime Lozano following Mexico's disappointing group stage exit at the Copa America. Just 6 days later, on July 22, 2024, Aguirre was appointed the head coach for the third time, with Rafa Marquez announced as his assistant and long-term successor after 2026. Aguirre's new cycle began in September 2024 with friendlies marking the start of preparations for the World Cup in 2026 on home soil. Once again, Aguirre stepped in during instability, tasked with quickly building a competitive team, and just like 2010, the decisions he's making early might already be telling us everything.
Alright, I know what you may be thinking. Are we really doing this all over again? He did start a Conejo Perez in that World Cup that was 40? No, he was 37, I think. Ochoa is 40. Is he going to start Ochoa in this World Cup? Maybe. I mean, it's not that crazy. Ochoa always seems to find a way to show up in these World Cups. At 40, could he still do it? If he gets healthy, maybe he starts. But I want to live in a world where we start Tala Rangel and Ochoa comes in maybe in that third game when we're already qualified and he gets that standing ovation. He breaks that record of World Cups. I want to live in a world where we're not taking a guy like Charlie Rodriguez to this World Cup because he freaking sucks. We're not taking Roberto Alvarado. I want Roberto Alvarado to shave that stupid-ass mohawk, become a monk, and stop playing soccer so we don't have to see him on this team time and time after again. Man, I want to live in a world where this youth really does break out because it's starting to scare me. I see these correlations and I see him starting a 37-year-old Cuauhtémoc Blanco in that World Cup. I mean, are we really doing this again? No, we're not doing it again. This is why.
And for Mexico, that silver lining might be Rafa Marquez. One of the greatest players Mexico has ever produced, a captain, a leader, a symbol of composure under pressure. Rafa Marquez represented Mexico in 5 World Cups, led the national team as a captain, and became one of the most respected Mexican players in history. At club level, he made history with Barcelona, playing alongside legends, winning La Liga titles, Champions League trophies, and thriving under some of the most demanding tactical systems in the world. He wasn't just talented, he was intelligent. A defender who saw the game differently, a player who understood structure, discipline, and leadership, a player who learned from one of the greatest youth academies in the world. And now, those same qualities are beginning to appear within this team. Rafa Marquez isn't just quietly preparing for the future, he's influencing the present. And let's be honest, when Rafa Marquez talks, people tend to listen. Let's just hope that the only influence this time stays on the pitch. Let's remember, he's encouraging trust in this younger core, helping shape the identity of this next generation, and providing a bridge between experience and the future. While Javier Aguirre guides Mexico through the present, Rafa Marquez is helping shape the direction. Already named his long-term successor after 2026, Rafa Marquez is leaving his fingerprint on this team. And that, my El Tri fans, might just be the silver lining. No, not just might, is the silver lining.
The goal is clear. Not to just compete in this World Cup at home, but to finally reach that quinto partido. Something I haven't seen in my lifetime. Reach that quinto partido with players like Obed Vargas, La Hormiga, Gilberto Mora. And after this World Cup, you know who gets his hands on them. Rafa Marquez. With all his experience at Barcelona, that's going to come in really clutch. So after this World Cup, we should be aiming even higher. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're 2 months out from the official start of the World Cup. Mexico got done with 2 friendlies, and there's a lot of narratives and things being talked about the Mexican national team that I wanted to give my piece and my opinion, and this is a video to start all that off. I'm going to be doing more videos in the future. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. I'm going to end this video with my final roster prediction for 2026, and in a later video, we will be comparing it to the official roster that the Mexican national team will announce. Thanks for watching.